So here the commentator, rahimahullah, is giving us a definition of al-mantiq, first and foremost in the lexical sense, and then in the technical sense, as is the custom of the scholars. So he says, rahimahullah, وَالْمَنْطِقُ مَصْدَرٌ مِيمِيٌّ يُطْلَقُ بِالْإِشْتِرَاكِ عَلَى النُّطْقِ بِمَعْنَى اللَّفْظِ وَعَلَى الْإِدْرَاكِ. Mantiq is a verbal noun that starts with the letter meme, and it is applied as a homonym for the term nutq, uttering with the meaning of the term, meaning the term itself, and on al-idrak, perception. And we have spoken about the meaning of perception in our course on theology. وَالْمُرَادُ بِهِ هُنَا الْفَنُّ الْمُؤَلَّفُ فِيهِ هَذَا الْكِتَابِ سُمِّيَ بِهَذَا الْاسْمِ لأنه يقوي الإدراك ويعصمه عن الخطأ. The intent here, meaning the intent of the term mantiq, is the discipline that this book is composed about. And it is called by this name because it strengthens perception and protects it from error. And then the Sheikh goes on to give us the technical definition, which is فهو قانون تعصم مراعاته الذهن عن الخطأ في فكره. It is a law, and that's a very interesting term that the Sheikh uses here in the definition, rahimahullah. It is a law that whose practice protects the mind from error or errors in thinking. All right, very important. So just as the original author, Al-Akhdari, rahimahullah, puts in his poem, what did the Shaykh say? He says, وَبَعْدُ فَالْمَنْطِقُ لِلْجَنَانِ نِسْبَتُهُ كَالنَّحْوِ لِلْلِسَانِ. He uses a metaphor or an analogy and says that logic is for the heart, meaning for the intellect, like grammar to the tongue. Right? So you're dealing with a set of rules that are going to correct your speech when we're talking about grammar. Likewise with logic, it protects your thoughts and your thought process from errors and fallacies. So I like to use the analogy that's more consistent with this technical definition that the Sheikh gives, because he calls it a qanun, a law. It's that logic is to words and their meanings what math is to numbers. All right? So when that process is properly ordered, you're always going to get the correct answer. All right? It is a law, an incontrovertible law that you can always refer back to determine the truth or falsity or soundness or unsoundness of terminologies, definitions, and arguments. So that is extremely important because it relates to what we have spoken about in our theology lesson when we spoke of knowledge and the obligation of knowledge. And what did we say that knowledge was? Right? It is an incontrovertible distinction. All right? So knowledge then has means by which it is acquired. And logic, when it comes to our thought processes, is what guarantees that knowledge for us from an intellectual perspective. So the Shaykh continues and says, rahimahullah, فَمَنْ رَاعَ قَوَاعِدَ هَذَا الْفَنِّ لَا يَتَطَرَّقُ إِلَيْهَا الْخَطَأُ فِي الْفِكْرِ. كما أن من راعى قواعد النحو لا يتطرق إليه الخطأ في المقال. وإلى هذا المعنى أشار بقوله فالمنطق للجنان نسبته كالنحو للسان فيعصم الأفكار أي يحفظها عن غي الخطأ. So whoever practices the rules or principles of this discipline, then error does not occur to his thinking. Just as the one who practices the rules of grammar, error does not come upon his statements. And he alluded to this meaning with his statements. So logic is for the heart, meaning the intellect, like grammar to the tongue. It protects thoughts, meaning it preserves them from the misguidance of error.